This is the iPhone 12, and odds are you know a lot about this phone already. So this video, I'll discuss my time with it and do I think it's worth the upgrade. But before I dive into that, a word from my sponsor, Trademore. This video was made possible by Trademore. Trademore is an easy way to sell your smartphone, tablet, or smartwatch for money. Let's trade in an old phone to show you how easy it is. Click Sell a Device. Now pick iPhone. Select your iPhone's carrier, size, color, and condition. Now select Continue to Offer. Now here's what they're offering you. If this looks good, press Continue to check out. Enter your information and confirm how you want to be paid between PayPal or prepaid MasterCard. This is a very easy way to get paid for your tech. A big thanks to them for sponsoring this video. And now, let's talk about this iPhone. Last year, I felt the iPhone 11 was the best phone for most people due to the price and also the features it provided. I do, however, say the screen was the main drawback. Enter the iPhone 12. You know, Apple addressed my biggest concern. It's now a high-res OLED screen, and I am super duper excited about that. And the phone feels like a modern day high-end smartphone. The sides are squared off and metal, and the bezels aren't super chunky like last time, and the speakers are super loud, but yet very clear even at higher volumes. This is indeed a flagship phone at a price point that is cheaper than the competition when you consider everything this phone has to offer, like 5G. You know, since this phone is cheaper than the Pro, there are definitely going to be a couple of things that makes it cheaper. I guess if cheaper is the right word, I would say just different. The back is glass and oh boy, does it get fingerprints. It also has the same camera as the Pro, just doesn't have a telephoto lens. So let's go down the list here. Has a good screen, great speakers, great camera, greatish build. I mean, what more do you want from a phone? Oh, performance, right? So over the past few weeks with this phone, I have not seen a drop off from my 11 Pro Max and even the 12 Pro that I've been using off and on. It's using Apple's latest chip, and it's the same one in the current Pros. It's their best chip available, and it's fast. You know, in 2020, performance isn't a big issue with most phones, but with Apple phones, they add new features that other companies are really not thinking about, like Dolby Vision, but I'll save that for my long-term review. You know, the camera has seen a pretty solid update. HDR is good on photos and portrait mode is a lot better than before. You know, previously snapping shots of my kid was tough because if it wasn't the perfect distance from the lens, it just wouldn't grab the photo correctly, and now it does it. The images are much more realistic with a hint of saturation, making for a nice balance. It also has better sensors that are made for low light, so shots inside of buildings before that were yellowish and flat, they come out a lot better even in some pretty harsh conditions. This photo looks really good, but let me tell you, this was not a photo-friendly situation to be in because things were really dark and kind of awkward and weird, but it came out pretty good. The photo mode is still great. It can easily replace most point-and-shoot cameras. It also makes a good B camera if you don't feel like lugging your main camera around. I know it works for me. Apple also announced Magsafe, which is their connector ecosystem, but it's basically a smart magnet. It lets you charge your phone using these magnets, and there are also other accessories coming down the pipeline like cases and a wallet. It's a cool start, but in classic Apple fashion, it's pretty expensive for the charger for $40. And it doesn't come with the AC adapter, that is an additional $20. So you're all in for $60 for some pretty slow charging speeds. I'm leaving a link for a better charger that's smaller and the same price from Anker. It's called the Nano. Now, battery life for one thing is huge, and it's getting better with each iPhone. I've found myself getting a full day, and at the end of the night, I'm still at 45%. Granted, I am not leaving the house anymore and I'm on Wi-Fi all day, but overall, I'm still super impressed. I don't think I need to bring a charger with me when I eventually do leave or things open back up. Now, there's gonna be a lot of spec nerds out there that's gonna bash the iPhone for not having a faster screen refresh. And, you know, I kinda wish Apple did that too, but the iPhone still feels like a fast phone. Would I have liked to see 90 Hertz or 120 Hertz? Of course, but at the end of the day, I think the iPhone screen still looks fine and it still runs pretty good. And if you don't know what I'm talking about with the screen refresh and things like that, it's just how fast the screen reacts when you touch it. and most Android phones have at least a 90 Hz screen. Apple still is at 60. I guess the question is, should you upgrade? I think for the past 2 years, Apple has really knocked it out the park with their phones. I think more so even now, their phones are just made to last. And I think their processors perform extremely well, and even towards the end of their life cycle, they're still really good chips, and I think that's what's good. I don't think today using this phone, like, it's that much better or anything like that, but the thing is, this processor is so strong that we're talking 3 to 4 years down the line, this phone will still work and still run pretty good. I mean, that's probably why you keep your older iPhone now. But if you're coming from an older phone, like maybe a 8 or a 7 or God forbid a 6, then yeah, I think it's time to upgrade. You're gonna get better battery life, a better screen, and better build quality in my opinion. There's a lot more that could be said for this phone, but I'll save that for my longer 30 days of using this phone. But until then, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment and hit subscribe while you're down there. My name is Kevin the Tech Ninja. Have a great day. Talk to you guys later.